are still in chapter 3, freedom of speech, and in this lecture we're gonna discuss the following topics: the global net, censorship and political freedom, and the second topic is net neutrality, regulations, or the market. Let's get started in the first topic, the global net, censorship and political freedom. Tools for communication, tools for operations. This title looks strange a little bit, but there is a kind of truth. Because there are some countries use the communication tools to catch up Protestants. The vibrant communication of the internet threatens governments in countries that lack political and cultural freedom. For example, email and fax machines played a significant role during the collapse of the Soviet Union. Another example, Facebook and cell phones were key tools in organizing what's called Arab Spring. Moreover, dissidents in some countries, such as Iran for instance, use Skype to communicate because of its strong encryption. Therefore, some countries ban Skype. Before the revolution in Egypt in 2011, the Egyptian government, for example, spyware to intercept Skype communication. They did not break Skype's encryption schema. Instead, it appears they planted spyware on people's computer that intercepted a communication before it was encrypted on the sender's computer or after it was decrypted on the recipient's computer. During the revolution, the government temporarily shut down the internet and all cell phone services entirely. In addition, some countries attempt to limit the flow of information on the internet, similar to earlier attempts to place limits on other communications media. Some countries own the internet backbone within their countries and block specific sites and content at the border. Some countries ban all or certain types of access to the internet. For example, the government of Iran at various times blocked some websites such as Amazon, YouTube, Wikipedia, etc. Also, in our country, some websites, like the 6 websites, are blocked. But the reasons for blocking these websites depend on the country or the government of the country. Here are two issues: avoiding censorship and creating censorship. Avoiding censorship. The global nature of the net allows restrictions in one country to be circumvented by using networks in others that less restrictive. This is like the people who use proxy to open the blocked sites in their countries. And in the opposite side of the avoiding censorship, we have the creating censorship, in which the nature of the net or the global nature of the net makes it easier for one nation to impose restrictive standards on others. This is an example of a country that prevent the using of internet in its country. This example of Taliban, when they ban the use of internet in Afghanistan? Look at this discussion question and try to think about this question with your classmate. Will the internet and related communication technologies be tools for increasing political freedom, or will they give more power to governments to spy on, control, and restrict their people? Another issue regarding censorship and political freedom: aiding foreign censors and repressive regimes. We have here two examples: Yahoo and French censorship. The another example, Skype and Chinese control. Yahoo, eBay, and other make decisions to comply with foreign laws for business reasons. Chinese government requires modified version of Skype. Companies who do business in countries that control internet access must comply with the local laws. For example, in 2006, Google disappointed many free speech and human rights advocates by introducing a Chinese version in China, that is Google.cn. This would comply with Chinese law. Its search results did not show the sites with banned content. Now, another related issue is the tools used for surveillance. What about selling these tools? Repressive governments use these tools to intercept citizens' communications and filter internet. Also, in the Western democracy countries, they use these tools or sophisticated tools to do the same thing, but the companies said the tools are for criminal investigations. Now, let's think about shutting down the communication in a country, either it's free country or repressive country. Think about this question: does shutting down communication services in free countries give excuses to dictators in unfree countries? To answer this question, think about the purpose for which they shut down the connection. For examples, in San Francisco, they shut off wireless services at some of its train stations after learning of a plan to use mobile devices to coordinate disruptive activities and communicate about the location. So the question: did they threaten freedom of speech, or were they take a safety decision? I think the answer is clear. Now let's move to the next topic: net neutrality. This terminology refers to a variety of proposals for restrictions on how telephone and cable companies interact with their broadband customers and set fees for services. Actually, there are two different but related issues. The first one, whether the companies that provide the communications networks should be permitted to exclude or give different treatment to content based on the content itself, the category of content, or the company or organization that provides it. The second issue, whether the companies that provide the communications networks should be permitted to offer content providers and individual subscribers different levels of speed and priority at different price levels. So, the net neutrality argue for equal treatment of all customers. Equal treatment includes charging all customers the same rate for sending information over the internet and not giving priority to any particular content or customer. On the other hand, in the market, the flexibility and the market incentives will benefit customers. Many internet content providers and large companies such as Microsoft, Amazon, etc. net neutrality rules. Without the rules, some argue they will have to pay higher rates and communications companies will give special treatment to their own content providers. At the end of this lecture, discuss these questions. What impact does the global net have on free speech? Second, how does free speech in free countries impact more restrictive countries? Thank you for watching this lecture and see you next lecture. Goodbye.